Hello everyone, Ceri the Crafter here, that's C-E-R-I the Crafter. And don't forget, if you need to find me on social media, look at Facebook at Ceri the Crafter, or if you're into cake decorating design, if you look at Ceri the Cake, you'll find me there. Remember, I do have an Etsy shop. My Etsy shop is all digital downloads, usually aimed to give people who do junk journaling or ephemera extra bits of equipment and extra digitals to use in their kits. So today, why am I here? Well, I thought I just wanted to do a little bit of an experiment actually. I just wanted to see something. Okay, I use Kleenex cubes of tissue papers and I use them in my workshop and I use them here in my bedroom sometimes and in the kitchen, and I keep looking at these thinking, we just throw these out. So I know recycling has been done 100 million times before, but I just wanted to see a little experiment, see how many tag bases I could get out of this box. So first thing I'm going to do is actually just split the box apart, so trying to make it flat. Now I do have my guillotine here, so you're not going to spend hours seeing me cutting by hand. So do the best I can. How is this joined? Right, it's joined. There's a seam down the inside there, so I think I can get that undone without destroying the box too much. Right, so I do have quite a piece. Now, the thing is that when I be using this, I will be collaging over the top and I'll be putting some writing paper on the back. So basically, I'm just looking for tag shapes. So let's bring the good old trusty guillotine in. Hopefully, I won't be cutting anyone's view off too much. So I'm just going to come in and I'm just going to trim this down a bit just so that I've got the edges all nice and clean for me. So I must admit, I'm a guillotine person. I'm a bit old-fashioned like that, I'm sure, but I am a guillotine person. Right, now just try and get all of the sections done before I actually go any further with this. So I can't imagine this being too long of a video because I'm not going to be decorating these up. I'm purely just finding out how many I can make out of here, just as a reference, to be honest. Ooh, squeaky guillotine, Griffiths. So let's chop this all into its subsequent pieces. So how big is that? That's 4. So if I make that 2 inches, put that to one side. As I said, excuse the squeaky guillotine. It's a very old guillotine, and I like the guillotine. I need to put some oil on it, possibly though. For you. Is that driving you nuts yet? Because I think it's beginning to drive me nuts. So I just want to trim that end again because I didn't do it quite properly. I'm guessing that's about almost 4 inches. So if I do 2 and I get confused about this, but it's 2/8. So that's that bit done. Obviously I can't use the hole in the middle, although I suppose if I was being really creative I could do one of those slide apertures in it, but I'm not going to. I mean, I'm just about making quick bases. So as far as I'm concerned so far, this is waste and this is waste, which is a bit I cut off. Just a couple more to slice through. And as we've decided was that 4? That's 2 and 2/8, I think it is, I said. Right, so that gives me those. It also gives me all of these. Now, I think I could make some long thin tags out of that, but I'm going to freehand cut those. These, I suppose I could make a few little tags out of those. Again, those are long and thin. I think there's going to be some freehand cutting here. So last of the squeakies, let's put that out of the way. Now I'm just going to pull over one of my regular tags because I'm cutting and I'm cutting freehand. At least it gives me something to straighten edges up against. So let's take a look at one of these first of all. Right, so this needs to be trimmed down just a tad. Then if I use this as a straight edge, I can just come in and cut along the edge of that and along the edge of that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my existing tag down I'm just going to cut the corners there. So it's made a short little fat tag. That's fine with me. Let's do another one of those. I always put it up against an existing straight edge, because why would I cut both straight edges when I can just do the one? There you go. There you go. I do find using an existing tag to cut other tags a lot faster. I do a lot if I'm doing a mass make. I do have tag dies which I use, and some of you who actually buy my Etsy kits will realise that's what I've been doing. So let's get the rest of those done. I do like to use a die because it means that every single one is identical, which means when I'm lining them up on a page, I've got them all ready to go and they're all going to fit perfectly. And it also means that if you buy one of my digitals, you know that all of them are going to match across the board. So there, there. I should have one more of these. I do have one more of these. So hopefully this isn't too boring. But now remember, I'm just using a Kleenex cube box. This could be a cereal box. It could be a larger box. It could be anything you like. Don't just throw the box containers out and go, ooh, and then you'll go out and buy card, won't you? Well, you know what? These are made from quite sturdy card to start with. I will back these with maybe some coffee dyed paper or something very similar to it. I'll probably collage across the front of them. Right, so these now are the 2-inch tags I made. Well, actually, that's not a bad size for that. So I'm just going to chop the corners off, but what you'll find a lot of people do, just if you haven't seen it done before, is they'll cut the one corner off, and then they'll take that one corner, if I can pick it up, and they'll hold it against the other corner, and then when they've cut this one, what it will do is it means that both corners are actually equal to each other. However, because I know these are all 2-inch pieces, I'm now going to use my own tag here to cut the others. Now, there is one thing you should know about if you're using any packaging like this. If it's shiny, you might want to consider what glue you use, because sometimes you'll find paper doesn't like to stick to shiny surfaces. Something I have done in the past is I'll get a little bit of sandpaper, glass paper, the stuff you'll find in a woodworking shop, just to rough up the surface a little bit before I attach to anything. I do use Pritt Stick a lot, to be honest with you, and if I'm going to do a tag and it's going to be sewn around, I don't really worry. Right, this one is slightly different. This edge looks like it needs just straightening up a bit. So there's something else you can do if you've got an old store card or old credit card or something. Cut a few angles in that, line the edges up, and you can do it this way as well. So I will do one side, flip it over, line the straight edges up again, and snip again. So that's a good use for an old store card if you've got one. Again, let's use the other one because we know they're roughly about the same size. I'll just wing that one. I mean, that's the nice thing about crafting and journaling, is we're not aiming for perfection. We're not aiming for absolute 100% accuracy, except sometimes when you're measuring papers. Right, now I've got these 4 pieces here, which are quite good. Is that edge smooth? No, I need this edge trimmed down a bit. Just take a little bit off there again. Now, tall tin tags, love them. But again, I'm going to use my existing tag just to establish straight edges, because it's easier if I've got a guide than trying to eyeball it, because I can guarantee I'll never be able to eyeball it otherwise. Right, I'm going to use this tag to create my other tags. That's that one. I'll cut down this edge here. So I'm using the same tag each time, because if I make a mistake cutting the one underneath, then that mistake will get transferred onto every single tag. So I try to keep using the same tag each time as the top tag, if that's making sense. So let's cut that bit off. This one is all right. So let's move that to one side. So I'm going to bring in my little gadget just to snip off that. That's that. I'm going to flip it over and line that up there. And once I've created the one, oh, that didn't work, did it? Oh, you know why? There was already a tag on the top. Right, I'm just going to even that off there. Bit of an eyeball moment. And then I'm just going to use this one to snip all of the others. There you go. Let's move that down a bit just to make sure I've got no problems. That's one thing I am finding a little tricky is, of course, the box may be a box, but it's weird shapes as well when you've got all the flaps involved. And I've noticed I've done one thing wrong on one of these, so I'll correct that in a minute. Right, what I've noticed is on this one, you may notice I cut the wrong end, but you know what? They're my tags. I can do what I want with them, so I'm just going to cut that shorter. So I'm just going to have one that's a little bit shorter than the others. So that's all my tag bases cut. So let's see how many I managed to get out of one of those cubes that once held tissues. So let's pull them all in. So I ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 tag bases. I think that's pretty good going for something that would end up going in the trash. So I'm going to trim that one down a little bit because I don't like that turned over edge. So what I would do at this point is I would just attach some coffee dye paper or any lined paper for writing and journaling on. I would, as I said, I would take something like a sandpaper or a glass paper just to rub this down, just to rough it up slightly. You could even use an emery board and then you could collage directly on top of that. So I think that's a pretty good experiment. I'm happy with that. I mean, 14 tags made out of something that I would normally throw in the bin. Good job done. So there you go, guys. Just a little experiment for me. I think that's a good way to recycle. I think that's a good thing to do. So remember, if you need to find me on social media, this is how you do it. And this is goodbye from me, and I'm Ceri the Crafter, C-E-R-I, the Crafter. See you next time.